We'll put it to you this way, and here's a good definition. We've not offered this before. Action is the dabbling in the specifics of the manifestation. For the most part, most people are offering action instead of offering stable vibration. So most people are offering most of their action in order to compensate for the energy that went awry earlier because they were not aware of it in the earlier subtle stages. So if you're not aware of what you're doing vibrationally in the early subtle stages, and you've begun attracting something that there's a momentum coming, and when the grid fills in, there is a momentum. And it doesn't matter what grid it is that's filling in, there's always a momentum. So a lot of people use their action in order to try to compensate for the momentum because they weren't paying attention to what they were doing earlier. It's sort of like the cast on your arm is sort of like that. That was action that you applied after the fact because you weren't paying attention to what you were doing vibrationally before. Then we want to say that since you have different vibrations going on relative to different subjects, and often there are things that you just need to do. You have responsibilities and you can't just not do them. But you could do a better job of doing your vibrational work first. And by that we mean meditate more often. We would every single day. We would take the time to quiet our mind. We just would, because that is the easiest way to sort of clear out the vibrational clutter. And then we would make lists of positive aspects, and we would make them about things that are really easy to make them about. We would not be trying to create with our positive aspect book. We would be genuinely tuning ourselves to the frequency of what feels good. So we would pick the easiest things in our life that make us always feel good when we think about them, and we would fill the pages of our book with only that. And then we would look for reasons to appreciate it as often as possible, and then we would do everything else that we feel like we need to do. You have to realize that through the experience of life, of knowing what you don't want and knowing what you do want, you have very specifically put the characteristics of what you want into the vortex. And the larger part of you has not only been aware of them, but has been the vibrational equivalent of them ever since you put them there. And every time you have a new experience which causes you to amend it a little bit, to change it or expand it a little bit, because as you move through life, you do that all the time, the inner being part of you keeps up with it. So you created it specifically, and it stands with such specificity that it stands there really specific. It does. It stands there in that perfection that you have assigned. And so now your only work is to allow the perfection that you've assigned to flow into your experience at the perfect moment in time. And that's why we said earlier, when you feel impatience, it means you're not allowing it. Even though it's ready for you, you're not ready for it. It just bounces off of you. Somebody else doesn't walk away with it, but you don't get it. Mostly what we'd like to say to you is go do what you need to do and be happy more. And chill more. Have more fun. Look for more reasons to feel good. We want you to just chill out. That's why we say things to you like, you never get it done and you can't get it wrong. It's moment by moment by moment. That's the fun of all of it. It would be like being a wonderful athlete, let's say a tennis player, really enjoying the game, who wins all of the top honors and then says, no point in ever playing again. And we say, really? We thought you were playing because you liked the agility that your body discovered. We thought you liked to play because you liked the clarity and the strength of your body. We thought you liked it every time you put that ball right where you meant to put it. We thought you liked the intuitive feeling that you had when you anticipated where the ball was going and you were there to meet it, even when that other guy is so good that he usually surprises people. We thought you liked the game. Are you saying you only liked the trophy? You see, and you all came for the game. And the game never ends, you see. You got to keep playing. You got to keep playing, and you got to keep winning, but you got to keep playing, because there's always another game and another game and another game and another game. Every moment there's another game. There's another point of clarity. There's another opportunity to uplift. There's another opportunity to have way more fun than you've ever had before. That grid is just ripe. The vortex is ripe with whatever the grid is ready to allow, you see. Your work is to prepare the grid. Your work is to be ready for what's ready. It's ready. The question is, are you? Are you ready? And if you're having fun, you're ready. If you're chilling, you're ready. If you're happy, you're ready. If you're flowing with enthusiasm, you're ready. If you're ornery, you're not ready for what's in the grid you want. You're ready for what's in those other grids.